call this meeting of the Fremont County Board of Zoning Adjustment to order at 3:04 p.m. Let's see here. Roll call. You want to do roll call?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Gardner Fay, absent. Jim Jarvinick,
Here.
Ed Norton,
Here.
Dave Bowden,
Here.
Matt Landis,
Here.
Larry Baker, absent.
All right, we have a quorum.
Yep.
On the agenda, the first item on the agenda is to elect a chairman and a vice chairman. Is this annual or every 2 years?
Annual.
Annual? All right, the chair will entertain a motion to elect a chairman.
I make a motion to let Ed keep being chairman.
Second. Motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Who was
Opposed?
vice chair?
Dave is vice chair.
Oh, good, perfect.
Dave
I'd like to make-
Dave seconded.
Nomination. Appoint Dave as vice chair or nominate me.
Okay, I have a motion to designate Dave Bowden as the vice chairman. I hear a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. The agenda was distributed to you by the office. Is there anything to add or delete from the agenda? All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Motion,
Second.
second to approve the agenda. Discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so the single item on today's agenda is Board of Zoning Adjustment 22-004, Teresa Hammond. Request for variance from the Fremont County Zoning Resolution for property at 2145 Cedar Avenue, property in the Ag Living Zone District. And Teresa is present. And the variance would allow a 42-foot front yard setback and allow a side yard setback of 5 feet 9 inches and 36.8 feet. All right, Teresa, you want to say anything? I mean, we've got all of the documentation. Do you want to say anything on the record on your request? No? Okay. Danielle, you want to present for the department?
Yes, sir. So she's wanting to build an addition. This will be a mudroom and a little bit extra living space onto the home. The home does sit on a non-conforming lot right now. It's zoned ag living, but the lot is only 0.29 of an acre. The lot coverage would increase about 5%, bringing it up to 16.46% lot coverage, when in this zone district, the lot coverage is only at 10%. So it does go over, but however, it is already over lot coverage right now. She's in order with everything. The property itself on the west side is Brookside limits. Right behind her is industrial, and the rest around her is all ag living.
So let me understand. This was a non-conforming lot when the agricultural living zone was created. Is that correct?
Yes,
Are there a number of non-conforming lots in that area?
yes,
And if this was a different zone district, would she have been allowed to, in other words, were there other agricultural type zone districts that would have allowed her to proceed without coming before the board?
not on the side yard at that 5.9.
And I understand the Planning Commission and Board of County Commissioners are reviewing agricultural zone districts. Is this correct?
Yes, we are.
Is this one of those areas that would be impacted by their reviews or not?
Yes.
Can
Would
you-
it have to, under the new things they're considering, where she had to come in?
She would have still had to come in, yes.
Okay. Questions of the department?
No real question, but they're really not making a change to the lot. You know, I mean, or to the front, they're not getting any closer to the road,
No.
not getting any closer to anything that I can see, you know, because you got that garage sticking out there.
Yeah, and the house still sits at 5.9 on the side as well, so she's just making an addition. It's already sitting there, the house.
And your documentation shows that you notified 4 adjacent property owners,
Yes, sir.
and the notification had to go out to how many people within what area?
It was just the adjoining property owners, so just 4 of them.
Okay? And you had no response from any of the 4 property owners?
No.
And this variance requires a public hearing as well, which was advertised?
Yes.
Okay, any other questions of the department or the applicant?
No questions.
Well, since it's a public hearing, I need to formally declare the public hearing open and ask if there is any public comment. There being no public comment, the public hearing will be closed, and ask the board members their desires to take action on this application.
I propose we approve the BOZA 22-004 change request, variance request.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Jim, seconded by Dave to approve the request for variance of the lot line setbacks. Any other discussion? All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Variance is recorded unanimously. Before we adjourn, just a further question on the Planning Commission and Commissioners on agriculture zone districts. What exactly are they doing and what's the approach? Are they trying to make things easier, I hope?
We are trying to make things easier. Right now, we've got 12 different zone districts, I think. We're trying to group a lot more zone districts together, so it's not so confusing. We'll have more of a restrictions on like lot acres is what you can do, you know, depending on how many acres you have, unlike it is right now. It's looking good, and it's looking real good. I don't know how much I can actually say right now, but it's coming together.
Are there going to be public meetings?
Yes.
What's the timeline?
Affordable housing, we're looking at 24 that should be adopted. The regulations themselves, I think it's going to be a lot sooner, probably within the next 6 months, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I would ask or suggest when you guys are doing, redesigning it, this is, in my opinion, a make sense thing. They put her through this expense of bringing it
Well,
in.
interestingly, because before you got here, we had that same conversation as to whether this type of application before the Board of Zoning Adjustment couldn't have been handled administratively in the office. And saved her all the additional application. And, you know, and I was telling Dave that, you know, when I reviewed the application for variance that she had to fill out, I don't know, it just seems like some of the questions in the application form they repeat themselves, and the form itself, whether it goes administratively or comes to this board, needs to be simplified as well.
I agree.
Okay. Any other comments from the board? You agree?
I agree.
All right. Any other questions, Jim, on this?
I don't know, no, but I know we've had several over the years that you look at me and go, why are we talking about it? Why did, because you had to pay a surveyor $1,500. I don't know what, if you have to pay the county to get here, but it burns money up.
And time.
And time, and put stuff off. Like if they could walk in and went, oh yeah, it makes sense, stamp, and then walked out, it creates more activity for the county. I feel like we gotta start doing things in this county and all across Colorado. But we are so burdened by regulation that it's just getting, and if you wanna get burdened, get in the oil business.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and I was looking at by the way, we didn't formally approve the minutes of the September on the agenda. I forgot to ask you for approval of the minutes from the September 22nd meeting, so we need to do that. But as I was looking over those minutes, we had that Coaldale ambulance request, and, and that one maybe made a little more sense, but as I was looking over this application today, I was shaking my head thinking, why are we bothering and putting her through this, the pain of having to pay the fees and do the application and et cetera, when there has to be a much simpler way to do this.
and what one big gripe is, even besides fees and stuff, is the delays we cost.
Yep.
And it's not so much with this, but on so many things, time delayed, money lost. I mean, money goes elsewhere, it don't stay anywhere.
Right.
So, I wasn't here for that meeting, but I'll automatically nominate we accept or.
Okay. Jim's making a motion to approve the September 20th, 2022 minutes. Was there any other discussion on those minutes? They were just circulated before the meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and second to approve the minutes of September 20th. Discussion, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, okay. All right, there being no further business before the Board of Zoning Adjustment, we are adjourned at 3:17 PM.
Did you know how I know I wasn't here? Angela reminded me again, where were you?